No invitations, we showed up and made it. No invitations, we showed up and made it. No invitations, we showed up and made it. Showed up and made it. Showed up and made it. It can get scary when you legendary.
Welcome to We Made It. I'm Andrea.
Bam here. Caesar there.
That's me. I already introduced myself.
Gold hair, don't care.
You were waiting to do that. Bald hair, don't care.
Calm down. We're going to be doing like a debate style, and the first topic is going to be the World Cup expansion of 2022. How do you feel about Infantino claiming to have the option of expanding from 32 to 48 teams?
Caesar, how do you feel about that?
I think it's an excellent idea. It's about time some teams like Vietnam, America Samoa, Tahiti, the Pacific people get a chance to participate in the biggest tournament in the world. Why leave it to only the stars, the same old 3-star championship teams, when everybody should get a chance in something called the World Cup? Not the a couple teams World Cup, not the 6 teams from Europe, the 4 teams from South America. The World Cup.
Caesar, it's not the entire World Cup.
It's the World Cup. I'm sorry, Moon isn't included.
Are the okay? This is the Universe Cup. Caesar,
one day
when the team wins the Super Bowl, it's not they're the world champions.
Yeah, they're called the world champions.
Yeah, but that didn't mean they played every team in the world.
I agree with that. But see, they played teams from around the world. But looks like to me you only had a couple continents in there. Let's get it really. I want Antarctica in there. I want everybody. I want the elves. Right. Everybody can get in there.
Okay, so the Penguin Cup. Okay, Caesar, you're never gonna watch Tahiti or American Samoa.
Are you kidding me?
Play. You're never gonna watch those. Caesar, we're talking about football is a business. Correct. Correct.
Business.
I think Andrea would agree with that. It's a business. Yes, it's a business.
It's a business.
So, you can't have teams that have no draw.
Elitist.
No, you can't have teams that have no draw. No draw?
Okay.
No draw? You're going to have Fiji versus... Please.
You can't ever say no draw because the World Cup is the largest viewed sporting event in the world. Yeah. So, the point is not to get American fans...
Let's keep it that way.
The point is not to get American fans to watch Vietnam versus Spain. The point is that...
Vietnam has a good chance to make it to the World Cup. That's not even what we're talking about here.
The point is to make sure that these other teams might actually get pretty good views if their own home countries are watching the game too, because the views are based on the world, not just American audiences. So it's not the World Cup is not an entry position into what teams can generate the most views, and let's say then we'll allow them to play soccer. No, it should be an open tournament. It should be equal. It should even, honestly, you maybe just make it equal amount of teams, but 48 is good because at least it's more opportunity than there was already.
So okay, Caesar, what country are they playing 2022 World Cup in? I'm going to put you on the spot on that pronunciation.
Qatar.
Oh, okay.
This guy. You don't think I'm a worldly man?
Okay. It's a small country with not a lot of venues. So we're going to go from 32 teams, which they have in Brazil and Germany and these huge countries, to a small nation with not a lot of venues, a small population, having 48 teams. If they can't do now, sadly, there is some diplomatic rows going on in that region between Qatar and Saudi Arabia and UAE. I think that if they can't make it so they can mend whatever they have going on, and we can have it in 2 countries or maybe even 3, I would be down to have it in a kind of like Arabian Peninsula tournament where it's UAE, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and maybe even Kuwait too, maybe even Bahrain. They're right there. I think it'd be really cool to do it like that, but putting 48 teams, that's a lot of pressure and that's a lot of work. They're already talking about they have slave labor in Qatar. Are you going to have more? Or is that what you're talking about?
That's a reach.
Well, I mean,
you're reaching. I want more teams played, so now support slave labor. Okay, interesting. No. It's okay. No, I know. I was letting you see how far you'd go here.
Oh, I'll go.
Extreme.
I'll go.
The thing is with me though, it's like. The question is, it's too much to ask a bunch of different countries to pitch in or join in as well. When you could just extend the length of the World Cup, make it more, make it longer. So instead of I think the 4-week tournament, maybe make it 6 to 8. You know, and you act like people aren't going to watch. They're going to watch. They're going to follow.
No, they're going to watch, but I wouldn't want it to. I mean, this is how I feel. I wouldn't want to have a game where it's, Tahiti versus Fiji, and nobody's gonna watch that.
That's not gonna happen. You're not gonna get Tahiti versus Fiji in the same bracket. That's cool though.
Okay.
But anyways, the Euros
or
was the introduction.
Guatemala versus Fiji. Like, who's trying to watch?
Guatemala? Pronounce it right, please.
Sorry, Sway.
Sway Lee is upset with you on that, right? Ray Shremmerd. The UEFA tournament was the Euros was introduction for Iceland to get in, and then when the World Cup came, people watching Iceland They were like paying attention to Iceland.
But you know why?
I know why. But the thing is, I mean, I'm on that side now. But but that brought introduction to Iceland. I mean, that's who you could say the same thing. Oh, the Iceland's not going to generate a bunch of views for people to watch.
No,
people started watching. We know why.
Yeah.
The same thing might happen to Vietnam. So I think that it's a good opportunity for just introduction. Everybody in the world loves the underdog. They love a swan song. They love that stuff. So let's see what happens. Or you're just going to have games just like Tahiti versus Spain, where it was like 400-0.
Okay, but Caesar,
at least they got to get out there with their four cousins in play.
You're saying Vietnam, and I know you're just using that as an example. But Vietnam, they're in the quarterfinals of the Asian Cup. They have a chance to make it to the World Cup.
That's an example.
I know, but like we're talking about like really small nations that don't really play football like that.
Okay,
so like
Cuba.
Woo, man. I'm down. Obviously, I'm down. But like, I just want it to be remain relevant and not honestly, and not be like oversaturation. Like doesn't mean that there's more that it's better. You know,
the tournaments, group stage,
quality over quantity, sir.
Wow, I'm uncomfortable. I think you're implying that these other nations can't play quality soccer.
Yes.
Looks like you've watched a lot of AFC matches, huh?
Yeah,
on your non-AFC getting channels, right?
We're not talking about that.
Get up, fake. So the thing is when
blonde hair. You guys are teaming up. I'm joking.
Yeah, after I'm done, she's just gonna cut it off and we're done with this. My point's last.
Sorry.
No, I mean. The group stage matches are only one game each. They're not playing back-to-backs.
True.
Why not have a group stage with 6 teams in there or 8 teams in there and just go from there? I think it's 8 if it's going to be 48. It's probably going to be 8 teams per group.
8-team group?
I mean, look, man, it's 8 matches. I don't think that's horrible for each team.
We'll revisit this.
I mean, especially now that everything's going to streaming platforms, the games are readily available on, and you're not just only going to Channel 7 to watch one game. Yeah. You're going to have your little FS85 to watch your matches. It's all on the internet now, and everybody's moving towards that platform, so you can put whatever's on your laptop or your phone to your TV. That's the move everybody's making, so I think they can accommodate it.
Yeah, I think if they make it very accessible TV-wise with streaming and things like that, I think
it can work out.
Yeah, I think that'll make it work out. But I question that. I mean, obviously we were watching ESPN just basically delete Serie A for the American audience in a way. So I want to be sure that this is basically where I boil down to. I want to make sure that there's enough venues and that it's easy to put the tournament on, and for people to watch it, it's easy. And I would just love, since it's the World Cup, like you said, the World and not the Moon Cup.
No Mars yet.
And not the
no Elon Musk Mars team. No,
not the Mars Cup, but it is the Antarctica Cup. Though
they can come through if they want to, and the colonies there can organize some scientists and get it going. Because I think Fiji had like 4 family members. We can do scientists.
Okay, I think if you're going to do that, I think it'd be amazing to have more than one nation holding it. And then make the travel between them very accessible.
I mean, you got to start somewhere, though.
Yeah, that's true.
My last point on this, I think, is it's important.
Not our last point, your last point.
My last point, because my last point is final.
Oh, okay.
No, I just think that when you're doing this type of format, I think that, an example you wanted to bring up, the Copa America. They had Jamaica in there. You can't just say Copa America is one of the biggest tournaments because it's probably the most highest level teams in a concentrated area playing a tournament. But you put Jamaica in there. You invited teams like United States. That's not going to bring bigger viewership. That's not going to bring some. You're not expecting them to win. It's not bringing all that. But it's also an opportunity for these teams too. And I don't think it turned out pretty great because we got an opportunity to see how good the Jamaican team was. They weren't that bad.
You just want to bring up Cavani calling them an African team. You just want to bring that up. That's all. Only reason you brought that up. But that's still the Americas, though. The United States.
Everything
Jamaica.
is an attack or a pro Cavani. Everything's on the fence of Cavani.
I see what you're doing because you're blonde now. He has black hair.
Okay. But once he does blind, he's on my team now.
That's true. Okay, well, we settled it, I guess.
No, I got the last
I'm
point.
right.
I got the last point.
All right, okay. Well, the next one is there more pressure on Neymar or Messi in 2019 Copa America?
Well, is there more pressure on Neymar or Messi? I'm going to say that there's more pressure on Neymar. Apologies. There's more pressure on Neymar because, one, he hasn't won a major tournament yet. What's up with this look? Why are you giving me this?
Saboteur.
There's more pressure on Neymar because he hasn't won a major tournament. You know what? I'm gonna keep it simple right now and let you go ahead and do your thing. There's more pressure on Neymar because no matter what, people still consider Messi the best player in the world. And it doesn't matter that he hasn't won with Argentina. It doesn't matter that they lost 3 finals. It doesn't matter that he didn't show up in those 3 finals. They're still going to consider Messi the best player in the world no matter what. So there's no pressure on Messi ever, honestly. So the pressure's all on Neymar, I would imagine.
Yeah, I agree with that if it's 2013. But, time has moved on. We've grown as people and watched people lose many times. The thing is with Messi is that's a great point. But I think the pressure of when Ronaldo won the Euros, it was huge. It was huge because the two-way battle was always between Messi and Ronaldo. And then, especially international-wise, that's one trophy, and the other trophy has got dust in there. So I think that Messi, at this point in his career, it's not about winning certain things. I think it's about just building your legacy. And part of your legacy is getting something done on an international stage. I mean, you've walked out on his team. You dropped Instagram hate mail. You were saying, how are you going to put me on the Spirit Airlines? You were fired up. I think it's about time, and he's might be pretty fed up too. Like, I got to get something cracking in this trophy case.
You know what? I agree with you on this point because although this is going to sound kind of crazy, his major criticizer is Maradona.
Yeah. And
I think, and a lot of people hate Maradona, like they hate him. But like when I read his comments or whatever, what I read is that he wants Argentina to lift a trophy. I think he loves Argentina as a nation, and I think he wants to see Argentina lift a trophy, and it's on Messi.
I mean, especially what former star player doesn't want that?
Like, he wants to see it happen, and Messi hasn't delivered, and he's frustrated, I think.
People like to make excuses a lot of time for Messi. We argued before that
we don't have to disagree on this, by the way. Come on, let's just get it cracking.
I think we both agreed that they're arguably one of the deepest teams that Argentina? You can ever have. Yeah. Oh, even when that Copa America where Messi was non-existent for a little bit, or what was going on? There was friendlies. Or was it qualifiers? I can't remember.
Who cares?
They played. They were such a good. They were actually more dangerous to me because you didn't know what was going to happen.
They had the most expensive team there.
When Messi's there, it's almost like the older Kobe effect. He's on the field, so the court, so you have to give him the ball because he has to have it. But when he's not there, it's all these guys who are very dangerous on their own teams get to kind of show out a little bit, and you can see they kind of feel like this is my time to get a little spotlight. So I think that makes the team more dangerous, and I think it's just Messi, especially since you walked away and you came back. There's more pressure than ever because you were willing to leave your team behind, your nation behind, and go chill in the Poconos or whatever you were doing. And now that you're back, you got to win now more than ever. It's time to win.
So what do you think is the major pressure on Neymar as a Brazilian?
Okay, as a Brazilian, barely not by as a Brazilian,
as a blonde Brazilian,
as we both shared the same hair in the 2018 World Cup. I think the pressure on him is insurmountable at this point because let's keep it real right now. He came from Barcelona to PSG. The PSG move was supposed to be it's his spotlight. It's him now. He doesn't have to play along with one of the other best players in the world. It's him, and everybody around him is pretty much not going to be as good as him, like arguably. So it's his team, arguably. So
bad argument there, but there is a Cavani there.
Oh my God! It's not about Cavani.
Oh, and Mbappe. That's it.
Okay. All right. So I think that with Neymar, it's like the pressure on him is because you already lost the World Cup in your home country. You were attacked by flying knees like it was a wrestling match, and you've gone. You got in a push fight with Baca, and then you lost and you ran away, and you got a red card in the hallway. So every time there's been a situation where he needed to step up and be the captain of the team or be a leader or represent Brazil, he's failed.
Yeah,
he's failed. He's made him embarrassing. He's made a mockery. Which, if you be honest with you, people say Brazilians back Brazil, but let's keep it real. I don't think the majority back Neymar because time and time again, probably 3 times, he's kind of disappointed them. So that's a lot of pressure, and he's not 23 or not. He's not 22. Let's keep it real. It's now or never.
Yeah, and honestly, I think that's another thing too. Like, obviously, Neymar's a very talented player, and I do think he has some leadership qualities. Not like enough, but we could kind of let him slide if we saw him go really hard in those games. Like if we saw like a game where it was like a 3-2 and he scored those 2 goals and there was like a last minute somebody else. If there was something where you could see him grind it all the way out and it just didn't happen, we could kind of forgive it.
We all watched that World Cup. Last World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
It was very embarrassing to watch Neymar's play. It was rough.
Oh, the flopping.
The flopping was insane. Now, the thing is with Neymar, if Neymar is out there grinding and he's missing shots, I'm like, that's so unlucky. I feel bad for him.
Yeah, for sure.
But when you're like diving, playing around, you're doing moves, you're going backwards 30 yards with the ball before you go forwards. See, that kind of action and behavior, it's like that doesn't empathize with the public.
No.
Especially when you're watching live and you're like, what's going on right now? The goal is that way. Why are you going nuts? Saboteur? So, and then the most memorable match to me was the Costa Rica match. It's deadlock game. Costa Rica always plays really good defense. For sure. They got my homie Joe Campbell. Shout out Joe Campbell.
My cousin Michael Manya.
Your cousin Michael Manya, straight out playing for Iran for a while back.
We did play in Iran for a little bit.
Rough.
Hey, not this month.
Okay, defender of the area. So I think it's funny that now that Neymar was in that situation at the end of the match, you barely beat Costa Rica, which is a CONCACAF team. You're crying on your knees on the ground. Hey, man, there's a long way to go. Now, someone could counteract me and say, what about the Chile series in the 2014 World Cup? That was a penalty shootout in knockout stages. Yeah. That's different. This is group stage, homie. I'm not crying over Costa Rica matches. He's like, oh, you don't understand my pressure. No, I think we do. We just understand that you can't take it right now.
And honestly, there's a lot of pressure on you. But there's a lot of pressure on every single person that's there at the World Cup. From Iceland to Germany, everybody's got a lot of pressure. Everybody wants to be a hero. Oh, I'm just saying because they're small.
My Nordic homies up there.
But forgiving that situation, we want to see Neymar, and we want to see we know you have pressure, but we want to see you rise above it. But this tournament, 2019 Copa America in Brazil, this is your time to shine.
Big time.
This is what your people want to see. This is what they want. They're going to come out. Brazil got this Copa America. They haven't had it in Brazil in a long time. I looked it up, but I can't remember. So, and Brazil arguably has the best team there.
Yeah, and it's interesting because
actually they do have the best team.
Compared to Neymar and compared to Messi and Ronaldo, Brazil's a country with a lot of political strife right now. There's a lot of tension in between in the nation about political views and beliefs. Yeah. And if you talk to a lot of Brazilians, one of the things they actually hate the most was the World Cup coming, is because of the situation with the money and all the stuff that happened. So here comes Brazil again, hosting another big tournament in Brazil. Neymar's coming. The only way to make Brazilians happy is by winning, to be honest with you.
Lift that trophy.
Winning, and we can all celebrate and dance together. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be all good to me.
Yeah, of course. No,
you can take the year off, honestly. Go ahead, dog.
Football is one of those sports where brings a nation together.
Yeah, more than it's really patriotic.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful thing. But
sorry, real quick. Say what you want about how Brazil. They had a recent elections, and it was split between the regions of Brazil on the voting. But you know what? One thing that always happens when that Pledge of Allegiance or the national anthem comes on in Brazil, you know what everybody does? Everybody gets together and starts singing their heart out, and they together doing it. So there's a lot of everybody's cheering for the same thing, and they come together. So I think football has an excellent opportunity for them to advance, and then if they win, it bring everybody a little closer, and then they can split apart later on in elections again.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
But in that moment, I want us to all have a beer and pizza and hang out, and dance on the beach a little bit.
And I think, going back to Messi a little bit, like I said, people already just say he's the best player in the world. They don't care if he lifts a trophy with his nation.
It's already
so there's not really much pressure.
He's cemented for them.
Yeah, it's fine for him. I don't agree with that. I think I'd like to see a player from that country lift a major trophy, but
I don't think it's fair to someone being there's top competition to be the best in the world, and to give someone a pass based upon your personal opinion, I don't think that's right. It's always a race. The only things that make these guys good is their drive. So why not share the same drive they have?
And honestly, if Neymar doesn't lift a trophy with Brazil in his career,
big yikes.
Yeah,
come on, dude. You can't not lift a trophy, Brazil. You steady have. If every single top team in the world got one Brazilian, you put them all together, you have them on the national team.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to win something.
And I think another thing too, before we take a break, there's a few Brazilian players that are above Neymar, kind of obviously Pelé and Ronaldo.
Yeah.
But if Neymar wins those international trophies, he can cement himself at least. I don't know about Pelé. It was a very long time ago because he had 3 World Cups, but it was a long time ago.
Yeah. And he didn't win 17.
But for you, if Neymar does not win a trophy with Brazil, does he go above Ronaldo or no?
You can't go above Ronaldo. You can't go above Ronaldinho. Ooh. You can't go above Cafu. You can't go against a bunch of legends. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yo.
Rivaldo. What about Rivaldo?
You definitely can't go above Rivaldo. Rivaldo won Champions League as well. You can't do that. No way. I'm sorry. Like, I don't care if it's not fair because you can't. Or Mario, dang, he's kind of a goon. I don't know. You can go above him because of legal issues, but you haven't had the same issues. What? Taxes is all good. Everybody got tax problems. It's the feds. Neymar is always gonna. He started getting call ups at like 19. Yeah. You're gonna accumulate these insane goal stats.
Yeah.
So did Pele, but they weren't playing as many turns. Pele was not playing in the Copa America, in the Confed Cup, in the World Cup. If he did, I'm sure his stats would have been monstrous too. Yeah. And it was also he was ahead of his time, and there's a lot of argument. Whatever, like.
But he got 3 World Cups.
He did. Another argument people say, "Oh, it was all done on like the records are on paper, right?" Like people say that, "Oh, that's probably fake." I'm like. Aren't you the same people that complain that computers are so easy to hack and paper so accurate? Then what's the problem here?
You're deep in them comments.
Oh yeah, I'm deep in the Pele arguments. But no.
That's funny. Yeah, well, there's pressure on both of them, honestly.
Yeah, no, I agreed. And I mean, we talked about 2 years ago Neymar being the top 3 player in the world.
Yeah.
And the thing is now Messi's going into his 30s, and Ronaldo's sitting heavy duty in at Shaq number 34. So. You got 27. When are you gonna take a step up?
Mbappe might pass him up.
I don't know. Let's check that foot out.
Yeah, yeah. We got. Yeah. Oh yeah, because he has an injury. Yeah. Well.
All right. Well, we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more. We made it.
Yeah.
Welcome back. We're just going to jump right straight into it.
Oh, yeah.
We have 4 major football tournaments this summer. Which one are you guys most excited for?
Well, Caesar, we got the Women's World Cup, AFCON, Copa America in Brazil.
Never heard of it.
And your favorite, the Gold Cup. Your Gold Cup, right?
No.
Okay. Well, which one are you most excited for?
I mean, apart from Gold Cup. Yeah. I'm actually really excited for AFCON because I do believe with AFCON. I'm sure you do, but I believe the AFCON this year is being moved to Egypt rather than it was supposed to be in Cameroon.
Yes.
So I'm actually really intrigued if this becomes an unfair advantage for Egypt. Now, when I say intrigued, it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm excited. I'm more intrigued in terms of I'm excited to see what happens as a result of the World Cup move. I mean, the AFCON moving to this event. I mean, you're moving to Egypt. In the summer, 2019.
Thank you.
Emissions are wild. What are we doing here?
It should be right now.
It should be right now.
They're playing the summer in Egypt.
I don't think that's right. And it's like we already discussed having the World Cup being played in Brazil when it was hot. It was crazy hot in some parts of Brazil, and then the humidity was high. I can't imagine Egypt in the summer. I almost feel bad for the players. Honestly, I do.
Yeah, the pollution in Cairo is crazy too.
And say what you want. I think a lot of people honestly look down on AFCON in terms of the tournament, and it's interesting to me. Like, it's not like the AFCON doesn't have to be in a place in these like struggle situations for matches. It's a massive continent, various locations that could have been picked, especially when you're talking about. In the summer season. If they just went to Southern Hemisphere, it'd be the opposite, and it'd be totally different. So I didn't actually appreciate it being over there.
Yeah, but you're most excited for it.
But I'm excited to watch it. I still want to watch it.
You're intrigued.
I mean, my being intrigued has made me excited to watch it.
Okay, I'm down for that. Yeah, no, if they did it in the Southern Hemisphere, like let's say like in South Africa, I just feel like it's really far. It's the summer though. Yeah, you might as well just do it in South Africa.
I don't understand. They had the World Cup 2006 in South Africa. I don't necessarily remember where the most recent AFCON has been in South Africa. But I mean, if you're going to talk about a last minute change and you're moving a tournament from now, why not go somewhere that at least guaranteed has stuff set up and the season's good?
It's not going to be blazing. Because honestly, when they said they're going to move it to Egypt, I'm like, that's ridiculous, dude. Like
literally Sahara. Come on.
What you say?
Sahara Desert, right? It's right next to it.
Well, I mean, it's on the Nile. The Nile.
There's all kind of deltas, right? I've seen maps.
But I mean, it's going to be very hot, and there's been some major soccer tragedies in Egypt. It was Egypt, Nigeria. There was a bunch of people died and stuff. There was like a big fight. It was there's been some crazy stuff that happened in Egypt. I almost feel like kind of being rewarded for bad behavior in a sense, because one, it's going to be too hot to have it there, and then two, like there's a lot of stuff going on there. But whatever, they're moving it there. They're going to play it there. Whatever.
What I like, honestly, like the reason I'm not as excited for the tournament is that these are teams I've probably watched so much over the course of my life.
So you're not going to let
me
go.
And a rotation of players.
So
no, just real quick. I think AFCON is the next opportunity to see a lot of teams you don't get to see on the regular.
Yeah,
and I always thought it's a great tournament to see people that players that you'd be like, hey, I didn't know they were pretty good here. Look at these guys. Where do they play? And it makes you go heavy duty in my Wikipedia searches for what these guys play for.
No, I mean, AFCON 2015 was a brilliant, amazing tournament. I loved that. It was one of my favorite. That one in the Copa America that year, my favorite tournament.
That was lit.
Yeah. Those were way better than the World Cups and any Euros, like way better, dude. Well, maybe you've seen the 2002 Brazil one. You're biased.
And now you can go.
Okay, I'm most excited for the Women's World Cup in France. I think it's going to be really dope. Women's football is really, really amazing in France. Obviously, Lyon wins Champions League like every year, the women's team. The venues are going to be great. There's a lot of support.
France just beat America, too.
Yeah, they did. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the women's game is. I mean, we watched the 2015 World Cup. Women's World Cup was the last one. Yes, because it's 2019.
We were lit.
Oh, it was an amazing tournament. Obviously, America did really well. It's just like you almost get shocked at how talented they are. And I haven't seen obviously it's like they don't really have that many tournaments on TV and stuff like that, so you don't really get to see it as often as you would like. And sadly, they don't really show Women's Champions League on any station, but hopefully they get into that soon. I'm just really excited to watch France, America, Germany, Sweden, Brazil, Spain. Spain has like a really good team. I said Brazil.
I'm waiting.
I said Brazil.
No, I'm waiting for a team that won.
I said America. Did I say America?
It's in Japan. They won the one before America did. Shout out Japan. They have a really good team.
Of course they are.
Maybe this year, number 6 ranked North Korea can get in. We'll see what's up.
I'm trying to see Canada win, honestly. I want to see Canada win it. I'm really excited for that. The Gold Cup actually this year is being played in America, one of the Caribbean countries, and Costa Rica. So they're doing 3 countries, which another one I think is kind of wild. Like, that's too much. Cause,
is that the second time it's been in America in a row?
Well, no, I think they usually do it in America, but I'm like, how are you going to have it in America and in Costa Rica? That's so far.
People think it's down the street. It's not down the street. It's not Catalina to California.
Yeah, Seattle to what's the capital of Costa Rica? Is it San Juan? I forgot. San Jose. That's so far.
Wait, there's a game in Seattle and a game in Costa Rica?
I would imagine there's going to be games in Seattle.
There better not be.
I would imagine there, unless they're all just going to be in Texas and California. There is, no matter what, a ridiculous fight. So I think that's kind of annoying, and they're trying to spice it up. But the Gold Cup is boring. They're going to have St. Vincent again. We didn't watch it last time at all because they had St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I'm not going to watch that. They're not even ranked by FIFA. That tournament's a joke for that. But obviously, Copa America is going to be amazing. We get to see some of the best players in the world. It'll be really cool. Honestly, like, even though
good tournaments this summer.
Oh yeah, no, we're super lucky this summer. Get to see Messi play. We'll get to see and assess him. Get to see if it's kind of the end for Luis Suarez, Cavani up top for Uruguay. Get to see Neymar, see if he's going to turn
the torch to Abel Hernandez and who else?
Abel Hernandez is like 30, dog. Who else? Get to see James Rodriguez and Cuadrado this summer too. That'll be cool.
Yeah,
it's probably Falcao's last tournament as well.
Yeah, maybe see Quintero. It'll be some good. It's a good tournament going on. Yeah, probably maybe Cavani's last tournament too.
Yeah, no, that's what I said too. But
Cavani's probably gonna be done for after this. Long gone. Gonna go ride some horses in Uruguay. It's be over for him.
You're jealous.
I am. That sounds like a good life. Yes. I want to ride horses in Uruguay.
Yeah, no, we're really lucky for the tournaments this summer. And yeah, I'm probably, other than the Gold Cup, I'm going to be watching all 3.
And are they all? Did they make big changes on subscription networks for that?
I have no idea, but these are also, if I'm not mistaken, Gold Cup, Copa America, and the Women's World Cup, the finals on the same day.
Why?
Because they hate people.
Why do they do this?
I have no idea.
I think that sounds like they hate the women's team more than me.
They're all July 7th.
Damn, that's messed up.
That's
an attack.
I thought people work.
I'm kind of triggered right now.
I thought people work at FIFA. Did they fire everybody after Sepp Blatter, the accused guy?
I'm going to purposely watch a women's game just to skew the ratings now.
I honestly, I can't believe they're.
That's crazy to me.
All the finals on the same. At least those 3. I don't know about AFCON, but those 3 finals.
At least hope they're at the same time.
But they're going to end up kind of being at the same time, no matter what.
Well, no, because they're in different regions, right?
Yeah, whatever. They'll mess it up somehow. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a trigger too. Okay. But yeah, exciting. Which one are you most excited for? Women's World Cup?
The women's.
Okay, all right.
Of course.
Yeah. Some experience in women's tennis, so.
Oh, yeah.
I got North Korea winning still.
Why?
Because they have a good team. They're top 5.
Yeah. How many times have you seen them play? Go ahead and lie to the people.
0.
Yeah, there you go.
America doesn't let me watch those games. Well, maybe now. Now it's all good. We got the daps going.
The beaches and stuff. Yeah. All right.
All right, well, on to the next one. And let's see if I can pronounce this name correctly. There is big controversy with Marcelo Bielsa.
Oh, yeah. El Loco.
Way better than me.
Stop.
Is he a revolutionary or a cheater?
Ooh. Who thought of that question? Caesar, is it you?
I always say the word revolutionary, so it's me. He is a downright cheater.
Oh,
he probably has the same potlucks with Belichick every summer. They'd be hanging out, get a lodge somewhere, they'd be hanging out, having a good time. You out here watching people's practices, you're a cheater, homie. You're a cheater.
Not the game?
No.
Practice?
Are you talking about practice?
Not the game?
Not the first 10 minutes of practice. You watching the 7-on-7s and the lunches 11-on-11s? You're a cheater, man. You got the inside man there. You paid some dude that looks like our producer Tarek walk up in there with a t-shirt he got at Target that says Barcelona and hang out in the crowd. He's over here taking notes. Or pretends to be custodial. That's called cheating. I know he was talking about, oh, I'm stupid to the rule, whatever. You're not stupid to the rule if you're plotting to work it in your favor. That means like you know very well how this rule works, and it's time to take advantage of it. Now, I don't know how good it is if you're starting 3 wingers up top. I don't know how good your tactics are. Maybe you're just kind of dumb overall. But he's a cheater.
Have you watched Leeds play this year?
Leeds United?
Yeah, because that's who he coaches.
I have not, but he's a cheater.
Okay, now, Caesar, there's an age-old saying.
I don't know the age-old saying.
I'm going to say it.
I got here in 96.
I'm going to say it. Age-old.
Age-old?
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Although, I don't think he was cheating.
Huh? So you made the point for me, then you back off?
Yes. You're blind. It's okay. I can do that.
Oh.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, sorry.
Come on,
Tarek, help me. Okay, here's my thing. You're not going to learn anything from watching the training. You're not going to learn anything. Now, this is kind of weird because we talked about this already, but to my knowledge, the teams aren't doing... He got caught watching Derby County. Frank Lampard's coaching them.
They have a ram as a logo, right?
Yes, they do. He got caught watching their practice, or the guys watching their practice. Now, here's... If you're not watching their practice and it's an 11-on-11 training session on the same size field, then you're not gaining anything. He's trying to just get some little bit of advantage, maybe see who's injured or something like that, or who's training to the side. But you're not going to learn anything about tactics from watching the training. You're not going to learn anything at all.
Oh, well, you know
So it's fine. He's just being extra, and I think he is being stupid because there's controversy for no reason. He's being extra, but I don't think he actually got an advantage from sending those guys there.
I think it's really cool you can just reach off of something you just said you don't know. You have no idea, but you had no idea, so you're like, let me just go ahead and reach all the way in, right?
We're the media. That's what we do.
We? I'm independent. So the thing is let me, I already argued about this earlier, so I'm going to just switch points here. Maybe, this is my theory.
Oh, no.
This is my theory.
Don't do it again.
I'm not going to do it again.
Don't troll me again.
I'm not going to troll you again.
Okay.
Maybe he sent a dude down there to see what was going on because he heard that Frank Lampard's coaching. He's like, this dude don't know how to coach.
Okay.
And this guy's like, oh, he's out here really coaching out here.
Okay.
Then he stole some tactics because he's a cheater. It's cheating. That's enough. No. You don't... Okay, guess what? If a door's locked and you're not allowed in, but you're sending people to go in there and they're talking about something that's not public and you're getting information you're giving to your coach... That's called cheating.
I don't think he's listening. I think they're just...
What is he doing? Observing?
Yes.
Meditating on it? Reading Braille? What is he doing? He's definitely listening.
That's cute. They're not. I don't think he's close enough to listen. I think he's observing the training. The most you're gonna get is like who's doing rondos together. You're not gonna watch tactics. Tactics is 11-on-11 on the field the same size. What do you see when they use soccer practice?
Oh, you mean my 2 minute, my 30-second clip on Instagram? I'm gonna.
Caesar, first of all,
I'm the king of watching practices.
You are.
I love watching a live practice.
You told me about Isco and Nacho
in practice. And Isco and Nacho are practice. They never lose a practice scrimmage ever in history. Okay. Just know that.
But have you ever seen them do a practice scrimmage where it's 11 on 11 on the same size field?
Live films are a 10-minute clip.
Have you ever seen
that?
If
they have a 2-hour practice, why am I going to be like you?
Have you ever seen that?
Why am I going to be like you and jump from only watching a 10-minute clip and make a 2-hour presumption? I don't live life like you. I don't go and say, "Oh, I've seen 10 minutes of this, so this must be what 3 hours is about."
Okay. Anyway, you know I'm right. So
I didn't make that.
You know I'm right. So
it's on the air.
Yeah, it's on the air. They also know that you know that I'm right. So you know that they're not doing 11 on 11s. They're not getting 11 reserve guys. They're not making like some fake backup play against the starters. They're not doing that.
What if they're plotting to do a flea flicker? Guess what?
There's no
now there's a flea flicker.
No, but there's no. That's the thing.
A Hail Mary might be planned in the works.
So you brought up Belichick, and you're talking about American football. Yeah, there it's like you're watching plays, you're watching things they might do. If this guy goes in motion, then you know that they're going to do this. So you watch film. But if you're not seeing that, Bielsa's being extra because you could just watch film and see what a team likes to do. But or like corner tactics or whatever. But watching training when it's 7-on-7 or 6-on-6 on a field that's not the same size, that's not tactics. Hey, you're not going to learn anything.
Hey, it's not allowed. If it was
it's actually not breaking the rules.
If it was all good, he could. Why didn't he?
It's breaking cultural norms.
Okay, if it was all good, why didn't he stroll up in a Leeds United tank top and sit there and observe?
Because they would kick him out.
Why is it a problem that someone kicked it out? Then if it's all good,
because they don't want him there. But it ain't like he gained an advantage from it. He's being extra. He's not being criminal.
He's first in the league.
Exactly.
Sounds like some advantage happening. Clearly, it's not hindering his progress if he's winning from it.
He's a fake good coach. So.
That's true. And it is championship. I mean, actually, EPL 1.
They changed it?
Yeah, it's 1. You keep fighting against championship. I hate it because I'm like, what's championship? Then League 1, League 2, it's stupid. It's 3 divisions. Why is it 1 and 2 and then championship? It's dumb.
I like that because it's England.
Okay, well, it's gone, so it doesn't matter what they think you like.
Well, but you know I'm right, so it's fine.
No, I don't agree. I think he's a cheater, and he's going to be a cheater to the day I die.
Okay, how you doing?
I just think it's cheating. I mean, look, if it's behind closed doors, it's not meant to go out there. So you got to bring somebody in secretly to go there. You're not being honest. You know you're cheating, homie. It's all good. You got caught.
Yeah, he got caught, but it wasn't cheating.
So he got caught doing something.
Well, you know what? No, it's cheating, but it's not like a criminal cheating.
Okay, well, that's enough.
Okay,
I'm not going to repeat the word cheating again.
Okay. You have some history with that?
Yeah.
All right.
I said, me and Leeds United go way back.
Oh, okay. I was talking about cheating, but anyway. Yeah.
Well, all right. Gonna let you guys calm down a little bit. We're gonna go on break, and we'll be right back.
Yeah.
All right, we're back. We have one last question for you guys.
Hopefully.
Oh, wow.
Well, are you excited for the Super Bowl?
The Super Bowl. Caesar, you're a big American football fan.
Oh, yeah.
Big Titans fan, you are.
Oof. Yeah, because I got my boy Marcus Mariota. What up?
I thought you were saying, your boy Frank Wycheck going
Frank Wycheck. Oh, my God. Steve McNair. I can't talk to him.
Oh, man. Caesar, who's in the Super Bowl? Patriots and Rams. Who you got? Well, first, are you excited? Because whatever who you got in the prediction, are you excited?
I'm not.
Are you going to watch it?
I'm not going to actively pursue to watch it on my own or something. Like if
our
amazing producer here hosts something, I come through with some chips maybe and sit back and just laugh or bring my Switch and do something else at the same time. But I already kind of feeling who's going to win.
The Patriots?
I think the Patriots are going to win because I just think it's foolish in life to pick against Tom Brady. It doesn't work out well for you. And it's a bigger storyline. It's still a good storyline if Los Angeles comes in the first time back in Los Angeles. They're in the Super Bowl. They made it. Oh, it's cute, and then they can just build from there or whatever. So the Patriots are going to win because Tom Brady is just ridiculous at 48, whatever he is now. Even though I'm uncomfortable with that video he did.
With this son,
kissing his child in the mouth. Yes.
Oh, whoa! I wasn't gonna go that far. Yeah, I'm not really that excited. Honestly, I was down to be excited, but I couldn't be excited after that pass interference blown call and the Saints Rams. I literally could not be excited anymore after I saw that. I'm like, I'm not saying it's rigged or it's a conspiracy, but I was just like, this is just took all the fun out of it for me.
But let's keep it real. It is a lot better than, to me personally, watching that than watching Saints versus Chiefs.
Oh, nobody wants to see that.
Yeah,
not a single human wants
people
to see
can say that. Like I saw an argument that online. Like you're funny. That's
nobody
adorable.
wants to see that.
You must live over there. That's funny.
Yeah,
but no, like LA versus New England. It's good. It's good. So I'm definitely. I'm gonna watch it. I haven't missed very many Super Bowls in my life. I don't intend to start it today.
I missed a lot.
Huh?
I didn't even watch Seattle ones when they missed that passing thing. I wasn't watching that game. I don't even care.
Yeah, you did.
No, the one where they didn't throw the ball thing when the Patriots beat them.
Marshall Faulk?
When he didn't run the ball and everybody was mad, even though I actually agreed with that.
I agreed with the play too.
Yeah. They
thought
you should have passed it.
I mean, hindsight, it's all hindsight.
Yeah.
It's cute to say that now, but in the moment, I thought it would be
because
we all thought it was going to be a run too. It was going to be stuffed.
And also that receiver, it was his fault.
Doug Baldwin.
It was Doug Baldwin?
Dougie B, yeah.
He let that corner get in front of him. So I'll never forget. Yeah, so I watched that. But anyway, I'm not really excited after that blown call. I was watching it with producer Tarek, and I was like, you know what, dude? Even he was saying he was going for the Rams.
Yeah, he's
going
for his new team.
And after that play, he was like, it's kind of hard to really like get excited like that. It just deflated me seeing that play.
Los Angeles sports fans are just the most bandwagon city of all time. So I don't. Yes, I am. At me though. I think that. Them winning, it would just bring all this kind of like fake love. All this, LA,
trying to
please
pretend to be a football city.
me with that. You do not care that much about the Rams
football.
Yeah, so I think it'll be. I'm gonna watch it. Producer Tark is gonna have it. I'm definitely gonna watch it, and then we'll see what goes from there.
Yeah, I mean, I would have been more excited for the Saints to be in because Drew Brees is a good quarterback, huh?
But I'm gonna keep it real. This is how I feel about the Super Bowl.
Okay,
I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not taking a day off for it.
Oh no!
Like if I gotta work, I'm going to work.
Yeah. Okay. Here's.
I'm not calling out for the Super Bowl. Personally,
are you excited for Big Boy and Travis Scott halftime show?
Excited to get a pitchfork and flames? Yes, I am. I'm gonna protest. I'm gonna be active in the streets against that.
Oh wait, and Maroon 5.
Yes, yeah. I don't
know.
You
like Maroon 5?
First of all, whoa! I like one song, but so let's chill out here.
You're reaching again.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, we're the media.
I don't think Maroon 5. I think Maroon 5 is kind of cool because like way in early 2000s, I saw an ad at a random bus stop in Brazil for Maroon 5. I'm like, yeah, you guys made it.
Because you got to Brazil, you made it.
That's annoying. But some guy named Travis Scott is going to be performing. We
made it musical.
Everybody allegedly turned it down, and he allegedly said it. They said it's all good. He did it, and everybody's saying you lied. We didn't say it was okay. So I don't get down with that. And I'm going to keep my argument. They should just let the Super Bowl have a DJs rotate every year and just have everybody go in the field and dance, have a good time, and come back and just watch the Super Bowl. We get hyped off that. I'd go in the field and dance too if a DJ was playing.
Okay, now here's the last silly question.
Oh God!
Obviously, it's Big Boy of Outkast.
But okay, let's get it real. I don't want to even get to that point. Like we're talking about Big Boy. Like how many people listen to Speaker Box over Love Below?
That's what I was gonna say.
Keep it real,
can I talk?
No.
Would it be? Would you be down if it was Andre 3000?
Yeah, I want to just do Hey Ya 3 times or whatever, or at least do Outkast together, so you can do some of the classics. But you're talking about the last album that Big Boy had was that we know was a dual album as his part, and it was Speaker Box. And I'm gonna keep it real. I listen to Love Below. I got Speaker Box. I'm like, this is not my lane.
Everybody wants to be singing in the crowd. You know you like to thank your blank nose.
But
everybody wants to be doing that. Nobody wants to sing.
Ooh.
And nobody wants to be singing I like the way you move. That's boring and old. But those other ones go hard.
The only reason I like the way you move goes hard because you can get a trumpet in there and get it cracking.
Yeah, but
the trumpet will get it cracking. Yeah. But it's one song. We're talking about Andre 3000 has a bunch of hits.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm like mildly excited.
I just want to see how like a lot of the newer fans be like, who's Big Boy?
Oh yeah.
Big Boy is definitely not someone who's kept himself current in times.
No.
They could be like, you mean Big Boy from the host of Power 106? That Big Boy?
Bob's Big Boy?
Big Boy from Power 106 is hosting? I didn't know he was going to be there. He made it.
No, this is Big Boy with the eye from that roller rink.
Oh, from ATL.
Yeah, there you go.
This is a great movie.
Oh, I hated it.
That was a great movie.
Okay, I guess we're not that excited for the Super Bowl. All right.
Wrong show, right?
Well, I guess that wraps it up then. Thank you guys for watching, and I guess we made it.
Yeah.
Oh. I just do digital stuff up.
No invitations, we showed up and made it. No invitations, we showed up and made it. No invitations, we showed up and made it. Showed up and made it. Showed up and made it. It can get scary when you legendary.